the smartphone world has been eagerly awaiting the arrival of Samsung's latest flagship titan, the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Officially unveiled at Samsung Unpacked on February 25, 2026, the S26 Ultra arrives not with a revolutionary redesign, but with refined engineering, a powerful leap in charging technology, a world-first display feature, and a heavy dose of advanced, agentic AI. Positioned at the pinnacle of the global Android market, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is less about redefining what a phone can do and more about perfecting the interaction between user and machine. In this detailed global review, we break down everything from its new but familiar design to its pricing across key markets, offering a complete look at whether this is indeed the ultimate flagship of 2026. Design. At first glance, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra could be mistaken for its predecessor. Samsung has continued its subtle design shift, moving away from radical changes towards refined comfort. The most significant shift in construction is the departure from a titanium back panel seen on the S25 Ultra in favor of a specialized aluminum armor casing. While some may perceive this as a step down in material prestige, Samsung claims it improves heat dissipation, a necessary adjustment for the powerful new chipset. This change, alongside overall engineering refinement, results in the slimmest Ultra yet, measuring just 7.9 millimeters thick and weighing 214g, compared to 8.2 millimeters and 218g on the S25 Ultra. It still retains the signature silo for the S Pen at the bottom. However, the corners have become slightly more rounded, offering a more ergonomic grip for a device with such a substantial presence. It features IP68 water and dust resistance and utilizes Corning Gorilla Armor 2 on both the display and the rear glass panel. Display. Samsung's displays remain legendary, and the S26 Ultra houses a stunning 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X panel with a QHD Plus resolution, 3120 by 1440, and an adaptive 1 Hz to 120 Hz refresh rate. It pushes peak brightness up to an impressive 3000 nits. The truly groundbreaking innovation, however, is the world's first built-in privacy display. Activating this feature, which can be toggled via quick settings, darkens the view from off angles, effectively preventing shoulder surfers from reading your content. You can adjust the intensity of this effect, adding only a slight shadow or enabling maximum privacy protection for full lockout to onlookers. For pro consumers, it also supports a new visual reflector feature that can adjust contrast by balancing light and adding virtual light to your shots. While S Pen support remains, early unpacked hands-on reports from sources like the Indian Express suggest that the S Pen included in some pre-production units may lack Bluetooth LE connectivity, potentially missing out on some remote air actions, although this should be verified with final global variants. Performance and hardware. Under the hood, the global market receives a customized Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy chipset. Samsung claims this 3nm chip provides significant boosts across the board, a 39% more powerful NPU for always-on Galaxy AI, a 19% faster CPU, and a 24% increase in GPU performance, accompanied by a 17% boost in ray tracing for advanced gaming. To manage the thermal demands of this power, especially when combined with a new aluminum armor, Samsung has completely redesigned the vapor chamber to dissipate heat more effectively across a larger surface area. Global RAM configurations start at 12GB for the 256GB and 512GB variants, with a 16GB RAM upgrade exclusively for the top-tier 1TB model. As expected, storage is not expandable. Camera. While the resolution of the cameras remains largely unchanged from the previous generation, Samsung has made pivotal changes to the apertures and underlying visual engine to dramatically improve low-light capabilities. The core rear system features main wide 200MP sensor, now with a wider f/1.4 aperture. Samsung claims 47% brighter for nightography. Ultra-wide 50MP sensor, f/2.2. Telephoto, 3x10MP sensor, f/2.4, improved noise reduction. Telephoto, 5x periscope 50MP sensor, f/2.9. Samsung claims 37% brighter for long-range night shots. These hardware changes are managed by an advanced Pro visual engine. New video features steal the spotlight. Horizontal lock enables steady recordings regardless of how much you tilt the phone while recording, and enhanced nightography reduce grain in low light. For video professionals, Samsung introduced a new video standard called APV, Advanced Pro Video, for professional-grade capture. The front camera remains a 12MP f/2.2 sensor, but it now includes an AI image signal processor to improve skin tone accuracy. Battery. Finally, the Galaxy S26 Ultra has received a significant charging upgrade. While the capacity remains at 5,000 mAh, the same as its predecessors, perhaps due to the slimmest ever profile, it now supports super fast charging 3.0, rated at 60W wired. Samsung promises this can take the battery from 0% to 75% in just 30 minutes. Wireless charging has also seen a boost, now rated up to 25W. Note that the S Pen silo location is slightly changed on the bottom edge, which might mean the pen won't charge if stored upside down. Global variants do not feature built-in magnets for Qi 2 charging, as seen on recent Apple and Pixel devices. Software. The Galaxy S26 Ultra launches with Android 16, covered by Samsung's newest interface, One UI 8.5. This version marks the transition of Galaxy AI from a suite of reactive tools to a proactive, agentic AI, powered by Google's Gemini. One UI 8.5 introduces contextual nudges. For example, if you receive a message about a trip, Now Nudge might automatically pull relevant calendar entries or hotel bookings to suggest automated multi-step tasks. Bixby remains, but Gemini is integrated deeply, offering advanced generative photo assistance tools and writing suggestions across all apps. Automated features, like a demonstration Uber integration, can handle hands-free operation from ordering a ride to checking in without you touching the phone. Samsung has committed to 7 generations of OS updates and 7 years of security patches. Price and availability. Global availability for the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra begins on March 11, 2026. Global confirmed pricing has been announced as follows. US. 12 GB per 256 GB, $1,299.99. 12 GB per 512 GB, $1,499.99. 16 GB per 1 TB, $1,799.99. UK. 12 GB per 256 GB, £1,279. 12 GB per 512 GB. TBC, limited time upgrade to 512 GB for £1,279 for pre-orders. 16 GB per 1 TB, £1,699. Europe, Germany/base EU. Base model starts at €1,449. Other markets, UAE example. Base model, 512 GB, starts at $85,099. Pre-orders are currently live in multiple regions, often accompanied by trade-in offers and storage upgrades to encourage early adoption. The Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra is not a phone about massive, show-stopping hardware shifts. It is a phone about refinement in design and a massive push toward perfecting the interaction between user and device via agentic AI. The introduction of the first internal privacy display is a genuine game-changer, and the inclusion of 60W charging finally addresses one of the most long-standing complaints against the Ultra series.